Hi guys, and welcome to another edition of Wolf Mediation LLC's video blog. You can hit us up on the web at www.wolfmediation.com. You can email me at all times, of course, at richard@wolfmediation.com, and we'll get back to you as quickly as we can. Or you can give me a call at 504-421-3277. Today I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about child support and coronavirus. And the reason why this is going to be such an important topic is because there's a lot of people right now out of work literally due to no fault of their own. Basically, if in the event that you've lost your job, lost hours, things like this that affect your ability to make an economic income, then you might be in a situation to get a reduction in child support. Now, what does that all mean? Because there's also a case to be made that someone should get an increase in child support if they need money and they've lost their job or they've had their hours reduced. Well, it all comes down to pretty much filing in court to preserve your rights. If you don't file in court, then you really have no standing to basically combat all of this stuff that's going on right now. And the question is this, that you have to make kind of a determination in your mind. If you think that this is not going to go on for a very long time, it would probably behoove you not to file and just to go ahead and just, wait until you get back to work, wait until your economic circumstances improve. However, if you feel like as if this is going to last for a while, and I think I'm one of those proponents that really honestly and truly believes that this is going to take a while. If you look at Europe, they have no guidepost as to when this is going to stop. China is pretty much shut down. There's a lot of the world that's pretty much shut down from coronavirus right now, and President Trump just extended the deadline for the guidelines from CDC for 30 days. And despite the Easter aspirations of getting the economy back to work. And so with that being said, there's really no end in sight for non-essential personnel to basically get back to work. And so the question is, are you going to try to switch your job in the middle of a coronavirus economy, or what are you going to do for income? And so there are pros and cons to basically filing child support actions, and I'll give you the following right now as quickly as I can. If you're a payer parent, and i.e. the person who's paying the child support, and your income has dropped below around 25% or more, there is a presumption under revised statute 9311 that there is a material change in circumstances under Louisiana law such that there should be a reduction in your child support. And so it behooves you, if you feel as if your economic situation is not going to improve and you're hitting hard times, to file those modifications in the court in which your child support judgment has been rendered. It could be either with the state of Louisiana, juvenile, or it could be just in the court of competent jurisdiction. It depends upon where you are in Louisiana, what parish that you're in. If you are the payee spouse, i.e. the parent who has the child the majority of the time, or at least if it's a 50-50 schedule, the parent who is receiving child support, then the question in your mind has to be is, number one, is the other spouse, or should I say the other parent, because you might not have been married in your situation, and so that was kind of a slip of the tongue, but the other person who is the payer the payer parent basically has had an issue with their income. When you file, you're likely to basically get a filing from them as well, and then that would behoove you to ask yourself, could you be poking the bear and basically allowing that person who wasn't thinking about modifying child support and still owes child support to go into court and file something, as opposed to getting it backdated because they're not paying their child support, and if they don't go to court and they don't file, they're not protected, and so you are still owed the child support according to the original judgment. And so in that situation, it may be better for you to basically not file anything, because when the payer goes into arrears, if they didn't file anything to protect their interests, then they're going to owe you the same amount of child support. Whereas if you know for a fact that they're making income, no matter what, and you're on hard times, in that situation, it would behoove you to basically file for modification because your circumstances have changed and you may need more, the child support may need to be readjusted and you may be able to get more child support that way. And so that's pretty much it in a nutshell on whether or not you should file. Wolf Mediation does do child support proceedings, and so we can certainly basically file on your behalf if you want us to represent you in court as an advocate, as a lawyer, as your lawyer. Or what we try to do is push mediation, which is to get both parties in, try to work out an agreement that basically can figure out the tweaks and the differences. And this is especially important if you don't have a custody judgment right now and you're not receiving child support. Maybe you decided not to go after child support. And what I always try to tell people is, regardless of which situation you are, whether or not you're the potential payer spouse or the potential payee spouse, child support is not for the spouses, or I shouldn't even say the word spouses. I'm getting ahead of myself because your situation may be where you were not married, and that's perfectly okay. But the payer may be in a situation where you just didn't want to tread on thin ice, or whatever the reason was for you not seeking child support. It might have been that you wanted to be more a part of your child's life, and the payer or the potential payer is not involved in the child's life because of the fact that they're not paying child support. And so you have to make a decision on what's in the best interest of your child in these situations. And so sometimes that extra money could go a long way in preventing a catastrophe, because you really don't know how long it's going to take in order to get rid of this coronavirus economy. And so with that being said, there's a lot of tough decisions on both sides. Certainly equity in each case is going to be case specific. You might have situations where both parents have lost their jobs. You might have some parents that are, believe it or not, thriving in this economy, and there could be a reason to have a modification of child support in that situation. But generally, probably 1 out of every 2 Americans is facing this issue. Don't have statistics behind that, obviously, but that's just my personal opinion, that 1 in every 2 people are going to be affected, because half of the country is deemed essential by the rules, in my opinion, and half of the country is deemed non-essential. And so with that being said, you're going to have one parent that might be struggling more than the other. And so if you need some guidance on this, give us a call at 504-421-3277, or like I said, you can reach me at wolfmediation.com. Click on the Contact Us link and fill out the form that way, or you can reach me by email at richard@wolfmediation.com. As always, stay safe. Try to stay social distanced, obviously, if you can. I know that these times are a little bit tough on everybody, and so hopefully this information can kind of steer you in the right direction of what you need to do for your child support situation, if in the event that you're facing one right now. And like I said, some of these situations, they're very case specific. There may be facts in your case that change this opinion to some degree, and by all means, we're happy to talk to you. So like I said, give us a call or contact us by email, whatever you feel most comfortable with, and we hope to hear from you soon. Take care and God bless.